Hello everyone and welcome back to Factimal. In today's video, I've decided to focus on 10 animals that are born only once in 1,000 years. This list includes some eye-opening creatures, so make sure to watch the whole video. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. Like this video and subscribe in the next 5 seconds or you'll have bad luck for the rest of 2020. Number 10. The Wetapunga. So now we're going to be taking a look at a pretty interesting insect. In 2011, a park ranger named Mark Moffett saw a grasshopper called a Wetapunga. And this isn't just any grasshopper, it's 18 centimeters long. It's not a once in a lifetime grasshopper, more like one in 1,000 years. The Wetapunga is a giant Weta species from New Zealand, and it's the biggest of this type. When it's fully grown, it can even be heavier than a sparrow or a mouse. That means that the Wetapunga is one of the heaviest insects on this planet. It spends most of its life up in the trees, which explains why it has very long legs. The giant Weta belongs to a genus of grasshoppers that's called Deinacrida. I think that's how you pronounce it, but that actually means terrible grasshopper. Yikes, what an insect. Number 9. Wendy the Whippet. When I first saw this dog, I was like, dang, this dog has been hitting the gym consistently for a long time. And it kinda looks like a pit bull with a tiny head, you know, because of the muscular body. But Wendy is actually 100% Whippet. That happens to have much more muscle mass compared to another dog of her breed. In 2007, Wendy became famous because of her buff body. She weighed in at around 60 pounds because of double muscling, and the average Whippet dog is only around 42 pounds, which means that Wendy is literally like a dog bodybuilder. Pretty cool if you ask me. But being double muscled as a dog isn't always as practical as you'd think. She might have a lot of muscle mass, but Wendy lost a lot of her speed and couldn't take turns. And Wendy sadly passed away at the age of 14. And I can almost guarantee you that you won't see another double muscled Whippet like Wendy in a long time. Or do you know what? You might, because I don't know what they're doing in the labs nowadays. Number 8. Snake with legs. This list is gonna get crazier and crazier, I'm just letting you guys know. A snake with legs? Alright, so imagine just chilling in your bedroom, just minding your own business, before you turn around and see a snake on the wall that's nearly as thick as your arm, if not thicker. That was how a 66-year-old woman from China explained the situation that took place in 2009. I know for a fact that I would pass out if I saw this reptile in my room while watching Netflix or something. I mean, this woman was obviously scared, you know, as you do. She just grabbed a shoe and smashed the hell out of the snake. What a savage. And this was after she noticed that the snake had something hanging over the middle part of its body. But when she realized that the snake was 110% dead, she apparently put it into an alcohol bottle. For anyone that wouldn't believe that this actually happened, we have found fossils of snakes like this dating back to hundreds of millions of years ago. So I'm telling you guys, this snake encounter was extremely rare. I read that more than 20 family generations could have passed before you encountered this snake, which is crazy. Number 7. Croc buffalo. I told you this was about to become crazy, so just allow me to show you guys an eye-opening creature. We gotta travel back in time over to the country of Thailand to check out this extremely special creature that you could call a buffalo gator or even a croc buffalo. Yikes. This animal seems a bit unreal. This creature was born to a mother buffalo that had successful births and whatnot before the croc buffalo was born. And with that I mean that the buffalo mother birthed all of her kids without deformities. But there was obviously an exception. This creature had dry, flaky skin, the limbs of a buffalo, and you know, things like that. So it really looked like a crossbreed between the two animals. The baby unfortunately died a couple minutes after birth, and a lot of people genuinely thought that this was an alligator ex-buffalo. Some people even believed that this creature was a sign of good luck. Experts, however, said that its appearance might be the result of an unusual skin disorder while being in the womb. Whatever the case is, we can't look away from the fact that this is a once in 1,000-year animal. Number 6. Pigs with 2 heads. While some people just find pigs adorable and cute, others just love how they taste. No, but seriously, this next animal is something that I thought wouldn't exist in 1,000 years. No pun intended, meet the double-headed pig. Something like this is not impossible, however it's extremely rare. The double-headed pig was found in some places of China, and as you can tell, these aren't just any everyday pigs. There was this one pig that was owned by a Chinese farmer that got a lot of attention from various news outlets. It turns out that this pig apparently had 3 eyes, 2 snouts, 2 ears, and 4 legs. Different vets came to the conclusion that this pig might be the result of a twin pig that wasn't fully developed. I guess you could call this a Siamese pig, and I don't have anything against pigs, they're just animals. But let's just agree on one thing. This pig is ugly. But that does not matter because there were a lot of people that offered stupid amounts of money to get a hold of this pig. All of the offers ended up getting declined by the pig owner, which is pretty insane if you ask me. Number 5. Cat with wings. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that this is a once in 1,000 years animal. I'm just not sure, but I just wanted to add this one because it's so fascinating. We all know that the wings were made for birds to fly, at least for the most part, which is why I think that the cat with wings is really fascinating. Earlier, I read that almost 150 cats have been reported to have wings, back to as far as the 19th century. Pretty insane. We know that a ton of mutations are developed before birth. In this instance, cat wings are actually developed later on in life. And as you can probably tell, the cats can't really use its wings to fly, but it's still fascinating. They're still able to do the flapping motion, like you get what I mean. Number 4. The octogoat. Buckle up everyone, because this is probably the craziest creature on this list. A Croatian farmer got surprised with a really special goat. One of his goats named Sarka gave birth to a goat that didn't have 4 legs. It was indeed born with 8 legs instead of 4. So they decided to call this creature an octogoat. The Croatian farmer Zoran Paparic couldn't believe his eyes when he saw this creature. He had to go over to his neighbor to reassure that he wasn't dreaming. I completely understand because this would just feel so unreal. The goat ended up having male and female reproductive organs. Specialists tried to find out how something like this could even happen, and they had different speculations, one of them being that 2 twins merged into one goat before birth. The octogoat ended up living for a couple of days before it unfortunately passed away. So the reason as to why it died is still unclear. This is because the media never mentioned how it died, which means that we would never know if it was because of its weakness, obviously because it was deformed, or if it was because its mother stopped paying attention to it, which could obviously lead to starvation. So here we have a picture of a 3-headed snake, and next up is a 2-headed snake, which is an animal with a rare condition called polycephaly that basically means having more than just one head. And finally, we have the 2-headed snake. I'm scared of snakes personally, so before this video, I couldn't even imagine what a 2-headed snake would look like. This snake right here was also albino, something that sparked a lot of interest in people. There was a world aquarium that spent $15,000 on this creature, even though they knew that it would die after a couple of days. Long story short, it ended up surviving for a whopping 8 years. And the albino snake even became the biggest attraction in the world aquarium. That is awesome. So that is gonna be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. And also click on one of these videos because they're just epic. With that being said, take care guys.